Hi guys, good morning. This is Dan. Excuse me, I'm having a bit of a allergic attack, so if I start sneezing or sniffling, that's what that is. To those of you that are new, welcome. To those of you that are returning, welcome back. And to those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very much for your subscriptions. This is the daily forecast for all signs. It's a shared collective reading. It is spoken in broad terms so as to fit into spaces for everybody who watches at whatever time that they watch. It's originally created for Thursday, the 8th of July, but it's not solely set for that date. If you're seeing it on a date other than the 8th of July, I would trust that maybe the message is getting to you exactly when it needs to. So please listen to the message or the reading with an open mind and see if it fits anywhere in your life. If it doesn't, that's okay. Just it may not be your reading. Doesn't mean anything's wrong or broken or anything like that. It just means that you might be working on something different. Please check out the drop-down menu underneath the video for those of you that are new. In there is all the different ways to follow me on social media, on my Linktree, how to book a private reading if you're interested, where to contact me if you have any questions. All of that sort of stuff is in there. Also, some things I want you to think about when utilizing my readings in your day-to-day life. So keep that in mind and do check that out. What was I going to say? If you're other ways of supporting the channel is hitting the thumbs up button and also subscribing on YouTube. I greatly appreciate all my subscriptions and they help the channel to grow. So thank you there. You can share the video out with friends or in groups on your social medias, wherever you go to, wherever you think it might best be utilized. If it, if it's particularly moving or really good, feel free to share it out. And leave a question or a comment. I do read them all, especially on YouTube. I read them all. And I will hit the like button to acknowledge that I've read it. If there's a question, I will attempt to answer it if I feel that I can or it needs to be answered. Other than that, welcome. And let's see what these cards have to say to us. These cards have been talking quite a bit this month, just driving home a message. Okay, all right. It's also a lot of court cards. It's really strange. So we have the Madre of Fire, which is the plant of time, which is a wonderful herb, right? It always smells delicious. And I love this plant, actually. It's an herb I don't cook with as much. My all-time favorite is rosemary. But when I look at this, this is like sorry, I'm tripping over my thoughts here. This is the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands, I affectionately call the Beyonce card. She unabashedly owns her space, right? She knows how to sort of put her assets to work for her in a way. And she makes the way that I perceive the Queen of Wands is she makes no qualms about that, right? She'll use her intelligence, her skill, her sensuality, her, just all aspects of herself to get what she wants. She is, I wouldn't call her impulsive, but she certainly makes a decision and then goes after it. That's sort of the attribute of the Wands suit, or that of fire, right? Fire is the element of desire and the spirit, right? Whatever we're sort of driven to in the moment to go after is when a fire card comes in. The queen or the mother is going to be a bit more nurturing, right? She's represented here by time, which is sort of a herb that we would cook with, which also gives that idea of nurturing. But I love that she's got that fire burning in the background. In that the only representation of this card is this sort of idea of fire, right? The only representation. Sorry, I'm tripping over my words. I need more coffee. The only representation of fire in this card is within that fire, in that stove, right? But what I love about that is it's drawing my attention, and it's telling me today that I get a feeling what her message is today for us, especially with this particular art in this card, is that as we create to contain our fire, to know that it's there and to honor it, right? That's the fire in the oven there, and it's burning hot and bright. It's driving her forward. We've moved away from the energy that we've been looking at in the past couple of days of that of not only Pentacles energy, but also the page energies that we were seeing, right? And we've also been, and so those hee-haw cards that we were seeing, the daughters of earth and fire, right? We're now sort of maybe graduating into the state of motherhood, right? Or the madre of fire. We're getting a bit smarter, more intelligent, more driven, more aware of what's going on. We're also willing to sort of nurture or cook, create a recipe around what it is that we want. That's sort of the cooking thing that we have going on here. I love that it has these two books that say potions and brews, which that to me correlates to the Queen of Wands' natural connection to the spirit realm. She's known for having, because she represents fire and that of the spirit, she has this sort of connection to the other side. Her intuition is connected in a way that's slightly different. Like I feel like the Queen of Cups is connected through the emotions and through spirit in that way and can be quite psychic and emotional and maybe empathic, where the Queen of Fire sort of talks to the dead. The Queen of Wands, she can call upon the spirits to come and sort of do her bidding, and not in a bad way. She works very much in harmony with those things, right? But what I feel like this is, to me, that stove keeps getting my attention, that flame in the stove, and to me, it's a self-contained thing, right? We need to maintain our desire, our drive towards whatever it is that we're looking for. And each one of you might be going after something different at this time. But I kind of get a feeling this might be the moment where the brakes come off and we can move forward. We need to sort of keep that fire burning within us, maintaining it, nurturing it, but also creating sort of the recipe, the map, the steps, the plan for whatever it is that we're heading towards. We will do so from a place of love and compassion, right? That would be the queen aspect of all of this, or the madre aspect of all of this. And we should enjoy it too. The idea of time to me as an herb is, it's quite enjoyable, flavorful, all of that, nourishing. So I feel like we should be able to nourish our opportunities or ourselves as we begin to move forward and make these plans, if that makes sense. We are in sort of that midweek energy shifting into that strength card. That strength card, we have that the Page of Pentacles as the midweek, right? But we're now in Thursday's reading, so we could be making that shift from that Page of Pentacles into that state of the strength card. That strength card is also represented by that energy of fire, which is the sign of Leo, right? So we should be gaining steam or strength at this time. We see that in the correlation of moving from these hee-haw cards into a madre card, right? The daughter is growing into the mother, so to speak. And so if our energy is building, if our excitement is building, if our perspective is shifting in a more positive way, focus more on possibility, go for it, right? And move all the components around, or create that recipe, is sort of the feeling that I'm getting from this kind of cooking card, where she's working it. She's got a few different things going on her stove there, right? But she can maintain them and make sure that she has all of the different sort of moving pieces working together. That's the sort of the skill set of the Queen of Wands. If she needs help, she can call upon help, sort of not only like within herself, but also like spiritually in a way. Through how did you get that? Okay, the dog has the tub stopper. Apparently the dog has figured out how to climb into the tub in the morning, and he also has figured out how to get down from the bed, which I thought was a big plus, because when I put him on the bed, sorry to tangent off, guys, but he's sitting here right next to me eating my tub stopper. Okay, can I have that? Yeah, because you have toys all over the house, and this is not a toy. How you found that is amazing. I think you are a private eye, my friend. All right, so the morning we had yesterday, you don't even want to know. Oh my God, it was crazy. It was pouring down rain. He wouldn't go outside to go to the bathroom. It was a mess. All right, so he went to the bathroom in the house, and it was such a mess. I kept finding poop in the house. I was like, oh my God, he would not go out. The rains were like pouring down. Okay, he's a puppy though. He's not even a year old, so I'll give him a pass. So sorry, I thought that was a total tangent. We have the ability to, how do I want to put this? Like, think about what we're doing in the moment, be skillful about it, be composed about it. That stove gives me a sense of composure, a sense of, allowing our fire to burn, but also kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say putting limitations on it, but understanding its strength and its power and like sort of moderating it in a way, or managing it in a way. Does that make sense? So that we don't, go too far, too fast, too quick, all of that sort of thing. There's a definite plan here with this card. I hope that makes sense. Maybe I'm. Uh-oh, what is that? Leave the cat alone, please. It's too early in the morning. Okay, so, and then here is the card for today. Happy birthday if anybody is celebrating a birthday on whatever day you're seeing this. But the card is celebrate. Be joyful and celebrate how far you've come. Spend time with those you love. And it's card number 48, which will be a 12, which will be a number 3 in the end numerologically, which is the mind, body, spirit connection. Bringing those 3 into alignment to celebrate or to experience joy, especially with the fire that is within this queen or this madre. To me, it speaks to that nurturing, that love of others, all of that sort of stuff. Enjoy that today. Understand sorry guys. It's interesting as I'm looking at this woman cooking in the kitchen in the Madre of Fire, and then we see all of these wonderful things on the table that have been created that we now get to celebrate and enjoy, right? And I'm using that as a metaphor for like in our lives. Does that make sense? So as we prepare now through this queen, celebrate in the preparation too, right? Would be the message here also. Celebrate in the preparation and understand that everything that we're doing and all of the things that we're sort of stepping towards, mapping out, getting excited about, the limitations we're maybe taking off of ourselves, right? Are allowing us to create the very things that we, in the moment, should be celebrating, and also, to enjoy in the future. Does that make sense? That's sort of the giant banquet that we see on that table in the celebrate card. So let's acknowledge that in a way. All right, so let's go to the grounding stone. And the grounding stone. Okay, well, I called it earlier in the reading. This is the end of the week card underneath everything. The grounding stone is strength. So grounding in our strength today, or beginning to harness that, become aware of that, acknowledging that, and bringing that strength through and forward allows us to have this fire burn within us, this desire, or for some of you, this fire could maybe be anger to a degree, or frustration with something, but we contain it, and then we utilize it to sort of not push us towards something else, but to motivate us towards creating change, right? Creating something that we can celebrate. So keep that in mind too, for those of you that aren't maybe feeling as optimistic as this reading looks to me. If you're feeling like you're struggling with something, that fire to me could be that struggle, but we get it contained and we use it to our advantage, or we use it to our betterment, rather than to burn the house down, or burn our life up, or ruin our relationships. Does that make sense? The strength stone here is saying, ground in the strength of who you are, what you know, your skill set, and acknowledge it. Own it, brandish it even, similar to how the Queen of Wands would do. She doesn't make any qualms about who she is, or any, there's no apologies coming from her. She's going to go after what she wants in the way that she wants to do it. She's not going to harm anybody. She's not that kind of a person. But she's also not going to make excuses for herself, or apologize, or hide in the corner. Does that make sense? That is your forecast for the day. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Sorry about the tangents. I hope you enjoy it. Please hit the thumbs up button and subscribe. I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. We'll see how this all builds, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. All right, thank you so much, and take care. Bye-bye.